Good morning. Welcome to NewsWare's Trade Talk for Wednesday, July 22nd. Let's get into the action. Take a look at the S&Ps, which are lower by 0.40%, 0.4% this morning. It's a modestly lower, but we're seeing oil prices spike higher for multiple reasons. You know, the main one that is out there is the deteriorating conditions in the Middle East. You got the Houthi militia in Yemen. They're threatening the shipping in the Red Sea, which is likely to affect Saudi Arabia. Then you got Secretary of State Marco Rubio saying that Iran's not serious in peace talks, and of course we had more overnight airstrikes. President Trump's out there talking about putting new pharma quotas on, putting new tariffs on pharma. He basically said, the U.S. is going to place 100% tariffs on generic pharmaceuticals starting in August of 2028. Joby, J-O-B-Y, their shares are trading higher this morning as they did a deal with Virgin Atlantic to bring air taxis to the UK. PLD, Prologix, they made their final $18.8 billion takeover attempt to UK's Serco. On the earnings front, we got COF and AT&T trading higher following their results. Ticker AIR, Chubb, CB, Otis, they're all trading lower after their releases. After the bell today, we got earnings coming out from Google, Tesla, Texas Instruments, and ServiceNow. Tomorrow morning we got TMUS, we got Thermo Fisher, we got Lockheed Martin, we got Honeywell, Quest Diagnostics, and others scheduled to report. Taking a look over in Europe, and the DAX is higher by 0.2%. It was, the gains were stronger. I mean, it was up over 0.5%, but they since pulled back a little bit. But the overall positive earnings is helping that index move into the green. The FTSE's higher by 1.37% this morning. I mean, you've got oil spiking this morning, and commodity related stocks are really leading that advance. That's why you're seeing the UK shares see such a strong move to the upside. In France, the market's higher by 0.92%. Again, energy shares are offsetting the weakness in the luxury sector. Then we're moving over to Asia last night. And Asia was, it was lower, but it wasn't like significantly lower. I mean, the Nikkei fell 0.18%. I mean, there's some cautious ahead of the earnings coming out this afternoon. Hong Kong fell 0.95%. With the geopolitical weakness, elevated oil prices, hurting that market a little bit. Semiconductors did move higher. And in China, the Shanghai, it's still with the same, spike in energy prices, which has helped. But next week they got that Politburo meeting, which they'll be looking for potential signs of support from the government at that Politburo meeting. That's one to keep an eye on. And then we're turning our attention over to oil, and oil is spiking this morning. We got WTI at $87.07. We got Brent at $94.29. Both up, over 3%. I mean, it was up over 4.5%, so it's pulled back a little bit. But the key factors are overnight airstrikes, Rubio's statement of Iran not being interested, Houthis threatening Red Sea shipping, and drone attacks by Ukraine on Russian oil shipping. I mean, these four factors are really the reason why you're seeing oil spike higher. API data last night came in with the oil inventories rising by 2.6 million barrels for the week ending July 17th. That's typically negative for oil prices, but not when you have so many factors that are going to push it higher. Now we're moving into earnings this morning. We're going to start off with AT&T, which is telephone. Stocks up 5.39% this morning. They beat by 6 cents on lower revenue. And then we got IBKR, which, is slightly lower this morning. It's down less than 0.5%, but, they beat by 5 cents, and they did it on higher revenue. Then we got Chubb, that's ticker CUB, the insurance company. Stock's down 3%. They beat by $1.26 on higher revenue. After the bell today, we got Google. Their EPS is $2.86. Expected move is 6.07%. We got Tesla. EPS is 47 cents. Expected move is 5.95%. In terms of economic reports, 10 a.m. we get the Atlanta Fed business inflation expectations, and at 10:30 we get the EIA official oil inventory report. That's going to be the key one to watch for today. In terms of the FANG stocks, Apple, listen, they're getting into the foldable smartphone market, and smartphones are going to get a lot of sales because of that foldable phone, and it's going to increase. It's going to intensify competition. That's the story that's out there. Amazon opens its first disaster relief hub in Canada. Google appears to be having issues with publishers. Publishers have expressed displeasure with how their data is being consumed. Yeah, not surprised. It's really about money. If you pay them enough money, they're fine with it, but they're making less money, not more. In terms of Dow Jones 30 stocks, Nike is cutting thousands of online distributors in China. Johnson & Johnson's active, same with Merck, due to Trump's 100% tariffs on generic drugs brought into the U.S. started in 2028. Microsoft, OpenAI said their AI model went rogue during testing, which triggered an unprecedented security breach. In terms of merger news, TE Connectivity to acquire Astrodyne in a $1.4 billion deal. In terms of guidance, Moody's MCO narrows its full year 2026 guidance to $16.50 to $17. Street estimates at $16.78, so that's fair. AT&T backs their adjusted EPS view $2.25 to $2.35. Street estimates at $2.32. Okay. GE Veranova, they see full year 2026 EPS coming in $45.5 billion to $46.5 billion. Street estimates $45.48 billion. So that's an uptick. In terms of buyback news, RPM, they announced a $700 million increase to its share repurchasing program. In terms of catalyst calls, Joy, ticker JOYY, Citibank opened up a 90-day positive catalyst watch on the stock. Okay, now we're going to talk about our pick of the day. And I'm sticking with earnings. I like Union Pacific, UNP. I think there's something there. Earnings are set for tomorrow morning. The EPS is $30. The earnings APS is $3.20. Expected move is 4.32%. Yesterday's call volume 2,635 versus 1,939. Put call ratio 0.74. In the sweet spot. Open interest 63K to 33K on the put side. Put call ratio 0.53. Again, in the sweet spot. Major brokers are raising price targets on this stock. They do like it. But for me, I want to get in 292 level. I mean, the stock's 291.29 to 295. If I can get in, at the 291 level, that'd be great. But I'll say 292, somewhere between there. That's my entry price. But I do like Union Pacific, UNP. That's my pick of the day today. Okay, let's move on. Let's talk about the stocks hitting the tape in the last 15, 20 minutes, see if we see anything hot. CoreWeave Cloud selected by NM to power AI agent development. AMD to invest $5 billion in Anthropic as part of a chip deal. Ooh, nice. McKesson and MCK, they board to increase their quarterly dividend. Iran's Lark Island was targeted by U.S. missiles. Moody's MCO raises their full year 2026 share repurchasing guidance to $3 billion. That's all I'm seeing. All right, now we're going to talk about yesterday's pick of the day, which was IBKR. I mean, look what happened yesterday. We go for 1%. The stock opened up at $93.01, then hit a high at $95.62 before closing at $94.42. So yeah, the 1% was there. I mean, you got to appreciate that. So IBKR was a winner yesterday. All right, traders, that concludes today's podcast. You guys know what to do. Let's go out there and let's make some green.